Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Uncanny Spirits Club. This will be the first time I'm going to be able to mention it since I started doing these videos, but you'll notice that the ticker on the bottom, you'll have noticed it in the previous videos that it's different because I've changed things up already. But I'm going to point it out now that we're Uncanny Media. Not that other thing for whatever reason. I have a podcast episode you can go back and listen to about that if you're interested. It's pretty informative and it's a good time. In the meantime, I have a mystery bottle. Because someone went to the store, picked something out without telling me what it was, and left it in its brown paper bag and said, "Would you like to go try it?" And I said, "Well, I don't have time to try it tonight." So a couple days later, I'm getting clawed in the back by a cat. And look at the jerk back there. What are you doing?
He's leaving in a huff.
Apologize to the people about that for interrupting the video. He won't. He's just going to purr and be happy about it. Anyway, so she brought that home. I didn't have a chance to get into it when she brought it home. But here we are. I have not glanced at the receipt. I'm going to wait until we find out what it is. Then I'm going to look at it to tell you what the price is. But it's something I've been told I haven't had before. So, we're going to see what it is. We're going to see what it is over here. We got the brown bag and everything from the Ohio liquor people. That's what you got here in Ohio. The Liquor Commission. Oh, I see the top. All right, now we're getting fancy.
I thought it looked fancy.
Now, to be fair, years ago, I did taste this once.
What?
But I was in my 20s.
That was years ago.
It's been a couple of decades since then. I have no idea what the flavor profile was like. At the time, I wasn't concerned with such things. We were making martinis because one of my roommates said, "Oh, you got to have a martini with this." I said, "Oh, okay." So I did. I was not very sophisticated with my palate at the time, however. So, but now that I am, arguably, we're going to try some Bombay Sapphire. Now, I think I've mentioned it on the channel before that it's kind of, on the one hand, I know a lot of people over the years who've said that this is the pinnacle without getting really expensive and without going for the cheap stuff, but this is it. This is the good stuff. This is the standard for a lot of things. For a good gin, it's not going to be the most standout. It's not going to be the absolute best you can buy, but it is going to be good, and you're not going to be disappointed. On the other hand, I've had other people tell me that it's overhyped, that it costs too much for what it is, that people only like it because of the brand now and everything like that. And I don't know.
I'm excited to try it. You had mentioned wanting to compare it to like the Drum Jumbo and things, which I really liked the Drum Jumbo.
Bombay Sapphire is regardless of how people feel about it, it is a well-respected brand in the gin making world.
And show them the cute things on the bottle. It looks like it shows pictures of the little botanicals and things.
It's got pictograms over there, and it is, I believe it's grains of paradise from West Africa, kubeb berries from Java, cassia bark from Indochina, almonds from Spain, and licorice from China, and selected botanicals. And on the other side, it has more. Juniper berries from Italy, lemon peel from Spain, coriander seeds from Morocco, angelica root from Saxony, and orris, which is iris root from Italy. And it clocks in at 94 proof, so it's not a lesser bottle either. It's not something that you want to sip on, throw back and throw back and throw back. You're going to be in a lot of trouble if you do that, I think. There'd be some headaches in your future.
Now, I want to see if the gin itself is blue or if the bottle is blue.
I think that's mostly the bottle, if I remember correctly. However, it has been a long time. We're going to find out. It is a twist cap, as a lot of gins are. Smell it already. It smells like a gin. It smells sophisticated.
It smells yummy.
It smells, for lack of a better word, smooth. So we'll see how it goes.
I think it smells very herbal.
If I could get one glass.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm making a mess here. Which has been the theme of the week.
Get out of here. It is clear. You're right. The bottle is blue.
Yeah,
Mild disappointment, but
that's the gimmick.
that's okay. And the bottle is very pretty. You did get it everywhere.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
drips
deceiving.
on the
Like,
cat.
if you do by the bottle lines, then it flows backwards. I had to get on this part. But we'll see how it goes there. I'm gonna put it down. Ugh. All right, it's nice and clean looking, nice and clear.
I can smell the lemon.
A little bit of viscosity on there.
Mm-hmm.
Gin naturally is a little bit thinner than some of your other liquors, but again, it's still 94 proof, so don't let that deceive you.
And unlike other gins, this one doesn't have lavender that I can tell. And while lavender's a pretty flower, I think it makes things taste like soap. So I have high hopes for this because it has no lavender.
I can smell the lemon from the lemon peel, and I can smell the licorice,
Mm-hmm.
and probably the coriander. I'm sure I could smell a little bit of the coriander in there. So here we go. I have no recollection of what it actually tastes like. Bombay Sapphire. It's got a bite to it.
That's really good.
It's got a bite. There is one thing that stands out above the others. There's a lot of things kind of coming and going. But there's one thing. I'm going to see if I can try to identify it here.
For me, it's the licorice.
It's
the licorice is noticeable.
It's a distinct wood taste, which I think is probably from the cassia bark. Because everything else is generally root or berries or
like
different things.
Fruit can taste like a wood. It depends.
Um,
Angelica root. But it doesn't taste like wood to me in the same way tequila tastes like wood. I can't drink tequila because it tastes like you're chewing on a stick. This, to me, doesn't taste like that.
It has a little bit of that. It has a little bit of that feel to me. It reminds me, in that part, not in the taste overall, but in some of the sensation, a little bit in what you pick up from the Terramana.
No, I so dislike the Terramana.
The flavor is different, and that's what sets them apart. But I am getting that woodiness, that there's a definite taste of the plant, of a woody plant.
Oh, see, I'm not getting that, thankfully, because I disliked that. I think this is tasty.
Warms you up right here too, and you do get the lemon peel as opposed to the lemongrass that a lot of the other ones use. It's a different sensation of lemon that's in there. It's almost like lemon drops.
Which one was it? Was it a drum shambo we had that also used like some fancy lemon? I think
One of the drum shambos used a type of citrus that was particular, because you had the regular that was the
green tea flavor,
the gunpowder, and then you had the Sardinian citrus.
That's
Sardinian citrus.
Yeah.
Sardinian citrus. So,
and this reminds me a little bit of that, but it's got a lot of other depth of flavor.
I'm going to take a second one, see how it's different, how my palate has changed now that it's adjusted. I get the essence of the licorice. Not so much the flavor, but the fact it's like a feeling in your mouth when you have black licorice or anything like anise kind of flavored. I'm definitely getting the bark. That's got to be the bark.
See, I'm getting more the licorice. I taste the licorice where you don't taste it. to me, it almost tastes like you're chewing on a licorice flavored saltwater taffy. But it's got the lemon and everything in there as well. But I get that licorice flavor.
Yeah,
And
the
I
one
like
thing
it.
that stands out the most to me is the bark kind of feel. It definitely feels like I'm rolling some flavored wood around in my mouth on some level. It's different from the type of sensation you get from something that's been barrel aged and like a whiskey that picks up too much of the wood barrel or something where it gets to kind of overpowering.
Yeah, I've had some of that before.
There's a lot of other things going on with this. It's just that part of it is very prominent, and I have to assume it's probably the bark. Um, without knowing what that bark is like in person. I mean, if I find some somewhere and I lick it, maybe I'll know. But
Please don't go licking random trees.
I can tell why people, on the one hand, would look at this as if it's not necessarily the height of sophistication, but definitely in the running, because there is a lot going on, and you can probably mix. If you're making a martini or if you're doing different things with it, you can definitely do a lot of different things with that. I think if you get the ingredients right.
I would drink it straight or with a tonic water.
On the other hand, I can also see where people are thinking it might be a little bit overhyped, because if you picked out certain of these flavor profiles, and if your palate is picking up things that other people aren't, you might not be getting some of the best qualities of it because everybody's palate is different. And that's understandable, and I get that. I'm not generally a gin drinker. Like I like some gins, but I don't generally sit and just sip on gin, and I don't usually get it for martinis because I'm not a martini guy either.
No.
So I'm not a huge appreciator necessarily of gin, but I can tell that it's worth the buy. Now let's find out price wise what the price tells us. Let's take a peek. I gotta narrow down things on the receipt here.
I have to say it was not on sale, and I felt mild guilt.
It's not what you would think, because it is on the receipt here. This bottle, which is the larger bottle, by
Yes,
the way.
there was a smaller one, and I thought that's not enough gin. I would want to drink more.
The larger bottle, which here in Ohio is $31.99 before any sort of taxes and fees, which is pretty good, to be honest. I mean, gin is generally a little bit cheaper than some of your other liquors, but good gin can be kind of pricey depending.
Oh, they have some pricey ones there for sure.
The Botanist has come down quite a bit in price. The Botanist is a gin that I do enjoy because it's made by my favorite distiller, which is Brooklotti in Scotland.
Yeah,
they make my favorite
like
scotch.
Lavender.
It's very heavily lavender and lemongrass. There's a lot of lemongrass in there.
Yeah.
A ton of lemongrass. They must have more lemongrass there than anything else. And it started out, when I started buying it, it started out at like $60, like a regular bottle of whiskey. It's not anymore. Now I think it's down to 35 or 40 at the most.
Oh, that's great.
It's much more affordable.
It was very pricey at first.
Yeah, which I didn't get it very often, but the few times I could, I enjoyed it. And then the Drumshambo was
It was about 40
something, I think.
Yeah, I saw it there yesterday. It was on the same shelf. And I thought they had one we hadn't tried yet from Drumshambo. But I thought, we had talked about Bombay Sapphire because I heard you mention it. And I wanted to try it. And the bottle was pretty.
Bombay Sapphire is a good, control point if you're going to be comparing various gins, I think. Because it's a well-known brand. They don't deviate too much from their recipe. Now there's different versions of Bombay Sapphire that have like berries and that kind of stuff. There's like a red bottled version.
I saw that too, but then shouldn't it be called like Bombay Ruby or something like that?
Blackberry Bramble or something. I don't remember what it is, and I haven't tried anything like that because I'm not into that kind of stuff usually. I'm not super into. I've tried the various fruit things from Crown Royal, but
they had new ones there too, and I was like, no, I don't feel so. But I like this overall.
It's not bad, and for the price for the big bottle, that's not bad. $31.99 is decent.
That's
For
what
this.
I thought.
If you're into gin and for some reason you don't buy Bombay Sapphire, I mean, I have to wonder why. The price is pretty decent and it's not bad. But, I respect your decision. If you want to tell me why, put it in the comments. Tell me, you know what, I think Bombay Sapphire is for the sink because of this. And I'll address your argument.
Maybe they only have the fanciest gins made by Def Leppard, who is an awesome band, and they decided that that's going to be their entire gin collection.
We did review that several episodes ago. It's been a long time now.
And you liked the one better, and I liked the other one better.
I liked the one that was heavier on lavender.
And I disliked
more
that
smoothness.
one
It was less sharp on the palate.
No, too much lavender.
I don't like the sharpness. On the list, if you ever see it, sir.
Or madam.
Well, no. I'm talking to a sir.
Oh.
If you ever see it, sir, and you want to arrange to get your bottles here in Ohio, because you have them in California.
Yes.
I would like to try James Gin, which is from James May, formerly of Top Gear, formerly of the Grand Tour. He's been in California many times peddling his bottles, and I can't order it from there right now, as far as I know, because the shipping is awful for anything like that right now. But I would love to try it. So, Mr. May, if this stumbles across you anywhere, I doubt it, but if it does, I'm going to tag it with your name, so maybe you'll come across it. I don't know.
That would be exciting. He's my favorite celebrity.
Maybe your social media people will see it. I would not mind purchasing a bottle if I can get it here in Ohio, because so far it's been difficult. So if by some chance you happen to be able to send things to this part of the country, I'm not asking for a freebie. I will pay for it. I would love to have a bottle, or a bottle of every kind that you make.
I want every kind except for Ramstud.
I do want the Ramstud because I have to find out how the mustard comes through. I have to know.
The Asian parsnip, the OG, and I want the London drizzle. That's what I want.
And the Navy strength.
Well,
the Navy strength.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna go, you might as well go.
But mustard, I would try it.
The Dream Gin, the drizzle, the.
You have to try it with a pickle vodka.
Anyway, that's on the list. That is on the list.
Someday, I would love to have it.
But until then, I'm going to finish this. We're going to watch some Sharks.
Yes, it's Shark Week, my chums.
And that's what we're going to do. So,